Flow is one of those things that is easy to identify but difficult to explain. You can see it in a person's climbing and feel it in your own movements, but do we actually know the technical reason that allows for someone to flow on the wall? I'm going to show you one of the most simple ways to climb with flow. This is something I like to call riding the momentum. To do it, all we need to find is a climb with a cross move. Let's start on this red V4 that is currently up at Sacramento Pipeworks. The cross move is set in the upper middle portion where you have a left hand on the undercling and you cross the right hand over to the giant ear. This is considered a high percentage commitment move because the hold you're going to is big and positive, but requires you to commit to the cross. When people think about a cross move, their mind usually ends at the hold they're crossing to. This is fairly rational because a cross naturally puts you in a compromised body position that is weaker and slightly off balance. What I want you to try is to think past the cross move into the move after the cross. To do this will force your body to ride the momentum. Riding the momentum, simply put, is using the energy from the rotation of the cross to carry you into the next move. Let the swing from move 1 be your natural transition into move 2. Resist the urge to fight the cross and stop all your momentum. This dissipates the energy from the swing of your cross right into your core, and causes you to stop and then go again to do the next move. A few things to focus on to help you ride the momentum. 1. Complete the rotation of your hips. When doing a cross move, we usually start with one hip facing in, rotate past square hips, and end with the other hip facing in. Don't cut your cross short by stopping your body when your hand grabs the hold. 2. Pivot off your toe to help you rotate the hips. The feet have to move in accordance to the rotation of the hips, from inside edge to outside edge and vice versa. Using the toe to pivot is the best way. 3. Extend your arm in anticipation of the next move. This is the whole thinking past the cross portion of the technique. Proactively reaching for the next hold prevents you stopping your momentum and lets you carry that transitional energy. On this white V5, the feet are set up in a pincer style, not the traditional orientation for doing a cross move. Nonetheless, we can still easily ride the momentum by completing the hip rotation and extending the arm in anticipation of the next move. This next problem, a blue V6, has a few instances in the lower section where you can ride the momentum. The first cross move is a bit awkward and reachy. You actually have to go to it dynamically. But even with its awkward positioning, you can still carry a bit of the energy forward into the next move. The next cross move, however, is a textbook example for riding the momentum. Let's look at one more problem, this red V7. The beginning cross sequence is actually a bit tricky to nail down because of the undercling in combination with not so good footholds. You have to experiment to find the best leverage and positioning for the handhold. For me, that was the lower of the two smears, which allowed me the most comfortable position to ride the momentum from the cross into the next side pole crimp. Finally, let's look at these problems done without using the technique of riding the momentum. See if you can spot the parts where energy is wasted by having to core up to stop, and then recontracting the muscles to start again. Go ahead and experiment with this technique of riding the momentum at your next session. It may take a few tries to nail down the timing, but I think ultimately it will be a boon to your climbing and a great tool to help you develop flow. Until next time, move better, climb harder.